afternoon and welcome everyone. My name is Aneta and I'm part of the events team here at Hornsby Library. I acknowledge that wherever we are in Australia, we stand on the traditional lands of Aboriginal people. I recognize the continuing connection to land, culture, community and story, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Here at Hornsby, we are on the lands of the Darug and Guringai peoples, and I invite you to recognize the custodians of the country we're on. Welcome to our Furoshiki sustainable, eco-friendly and zero-waste gift wrapping workshop. Furoshiki is the Japanese art of wrapping with cloth. Using decorative, elegant cloth as a means to carry items and wrap gifts has been a part of Japanese art and culture since the 8th century. This practice, known as Furoshiki, makes the art of giving gifts much more personalized and special. And our guest today is Yoshie Kumagai. Yoshie is in Japan, I should mention that. Yoshie was born and raised in Japan. She graduated with an Advanced Diploma in Graphic Design at TAFE, New South Wales, and also obtained a qualification as a gift wrapping coordinator from the Wrapping Association of Japan. Combining design, skill, and knowledge from Japan, she started introducing and teaching fabric and paper gift wrapping in Sydney from 2009. I think it's time for Yoshie to take over. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yoshie. I'm from Japan and I live in Japan right now. So last year, I went to Hornsby Library to have a workshop. This year, I can't go there, but lucky we can do online workshop. So today I want to show is gift wrapping with fabric using Japanese traditional Furoshiki technique. Furoshiki is a square cloth like this in different sizes. In Japan, people used to use Furoshiki as a bag. But these days, people started using Furoshiki for gift wrapping as well, because fabric is really good for the environment. We can reduce a lot of waste papers if we use Furoshiki or fabric. As I said, Furoshiki is just a square cloth. So using this Furoshiki wrapping technique, we can wrap our present with bandana, scarf, or any square shape of fabric. This technique is for square shape. So if you want to use theta or rectangular shape of fabric, you need to fold in a square shape to use this technique. Okay. So these are the sample of gift wrapping with fabric. So these two are actually with Furoshiki, but this one is with scarf and this one is with bandana. So we want to try about 7 to 8 different wrapping techniques today, one by one. But before starting actual gift wrapping technique, I want to make sure everyone is okay with reef knot. Because we want to use reef knot for gift wrapping. Reef knot is more secure than granny knot. Granny knot is not secure as much as reef knot. So just in case I show you. This is reef knot. So reef knot is actually the balls are going to parallel as body part. This is a reef knot. But granny knot is ball goes cross. It's not parallel, so it's just bending 90 degrees. So it's not bent completely to be secure. So depend on the material, sometimes it's going to unwire, like especially when you carry heavy item, better to have reef knot instead of granny knot, because granny knot, if things happen unwired, your gift is going to be break or you drop expensive wine, which is supposed to be a special gift. You don't want to have that situation. So that's why we try to have reef knot all the time. So reef knot is bending completely. And once you have heavy item, it's going to pull each other and getting tight. So that's why it's secure. And also for unwire this one, can you see this is just bending and this one is bending. So bend each other, pulling. So if you make one side straight, the other side is just going around for one side. So that's why you can unwire like this. I show you with reef knot. So this is bending that way. So I want to make this side as a straight with pulling this bow to the other side. So now this purple side is straight. So if I pull this way, you can untie. But if you have a granny knot, you can untie with this way. Okay. So just in case, we try to make a reef knot first. So for making reef knot is right over left, and then you tie it once. And next one is a left over right. So if you do this way, you can make bows parallel. Yeah. Okay, I do it again. Right over left. And then make tight ones. And left over right. Okay, and then you can untie. I hope everyone's okay. Another way to explain is probably now it's easy to see the two color, so pink and purple. When I start to put pink over purple at the first time, second one also I put the pink side on top of the purple side. Then you can make reef knot. Like this. I hope one of the way of explanation is fit you. Hope you understand. Okay, if you have any problem, let me know and I can explain it again. Okay, now I'm gonna start wrap the items. So first, we're gonna wrap a box with bandana. So if you have a bandana or the cross, which is almost same size as bandana, about a 50 centimeter square, you can use this one and the bandana. And the box. So first step, I'm gonna spread my bandana inside out and diamond shape. Then I place my box on the center of bandana. Now I cover the box with corner near me first. And this corner, if it stick out, so I just tuck underneath the box. Repeat the same things with far side corner. Bring it top of box, and then corners, just tuck underneath the corner. Second step is making reef knot on top of box. But now we can see a little bit messy. The corners pop up and a little bit messy. I want to make it a little bit neat. For making a neat, I pinch edges with my hand. Then put in After that, I bring the corner up and I leave this one on top. So I do same things here. Pinch in, then bring up. So now the corners, all corners, the fabric goes in. So looks neat. Okay. Now I'm gonna make reef knot here. Then make balls wider and push from bottom to pop up. That's it. It's simple, but still looks good. This is a very basic wrapping, but sometimes the fabric is a little bit too big and this wobbling things happen. This case, you can do anything. So if you like, you can put the sticker, the cute sticker here. If you don't want to use it, what we can do is, okay, this is wobbling side. But I'm gonna pull fabric from this side connecting to the corner. Okay, I pull the corner from this side completely once, and I pinch the fabric which has inside, and bring back on top of both. This time, this corner, I tuck it underneath the ball. Then I change the shape like this, and also made a pocket here. So you can put cards here. So the card won't be missing. So it's good. Okay. I tried it from the beginning again. Okay. Spread bandana inside of diamond shape and place a box in the center. Cover the box with a corner near me and then tuck the corner underneath the box. Repeat the same step with first side corner. Okay. Then pinch both edge in, bring the corner up. Pinch both edge in, then bring corner up. Now I'm gonna make a reef knot. Okay, so that's it. So this time I made reef knot on the right side. So the first one I knot in the middle. So that's up to you. You can arrange it. If the fabric is big enough, you can have here or middle, whenever you want. Then to fix this wobbling, I'm gonna pull the fabric from this side completely once, and then bring back the fabric on top of ball and tuck the corner underneath the ball. And made a pocket. So this time I had a one ball out as an arrangement, but if you don't like one, you can just hide. And you can make really simple, or sometimes you can gather this one on the center. And you can have a two ball out. That's all up to you. You can do whatever you want. Okay. So gift wrapping with fabric is quite easy and not many rules. Just as I said, reef knot. And also, To measure the fabric size, which if it's big enough for the item you want to wrap or not, is I use the length of diagonal line of the fabric and then longer side of the box. Diagonal line of the fabric supposed to be more than 3 times of this length. If it has, you can wrap like this. Here, measure 1, 2, 3, 4. This is more than 4 times. That's why this fabric is big enough to wrap this one. For example, this is quite a big box. And this fabric is a little bit smaller than bandana. So when I try to wrap this one, 1, 2, 3, just 3 or a little bit shorter than 3. This is not so easy to wrap because there's not much length for making knot. So in this case, if you don't have anything bigger one, you can still wrap with this one using ribbon or like a hairband. So we can use this fabric like a paper. So you wrap box with fabric. Like this. And then you can use ribbon to tie it. This is a way if you don't have a big enough fabric for wrapping the item you want. Okay, but usually if it's enough big, we can use only fabric. We don't need ribbons, we don't need the tape, we don't need the scissors. We only use fabric and then make a knot to make it secure. Okay. So I hope first one is all right for everyone. If you don't have any questions, so I go to the second one. If you have a question anytime, ask me please. Second one, we want to do this one. The ones with a flower on top. This wrapping is really good for wrapping odd shape items. This one, I wrapped crochet heart-shaped box. So this is not easy to wrap by paper, but with fabric, it's easy and it looks good. Okay. The first step is same as the last one. Spread the fabric inside up diamond shape. So I spread my bandana inside up and diamond shape. It's a little bit. Okay. Then place the box in the middle. This is the same again. But next one, I grab 2 corners and then gather them on top of the box. Okay. And with remaining corners, what I do is I want to bring them front of me, but through behind of 2 tops. So this one, bring from here to front of me. And this one from behind of 2 tops and then bring front of me. So now these bottom 2 corner has 2 tops between them. Okay, so when I tied reef knot with bottom 2 corner, I tied 2 corner. So that's like this. Now I pull fabric 2 corners bit by bit, changing the place. So I pull this part and then fabric around this part is getting tighter. So the pulling to top is actually making fabric around the box tighter. Okay, so I pull. Okay, that's enough. So now the fabric around the box is quite tight. Looks neat. Okay, so this is actually same as my sample. This one. So I wrap all this one. And this one we call rabbit wrapping because this one looks like a rabbit ear. Okay. So you can finish like this if you like. But if you want, you can make a flower with these 2 ears. Okay. I open rabbit ears wider and make sure there is a hole and you can put your finger in here. Then one by one, I bring this corner up and then like from the corner about 3 centimeter or 4 centimeter down, this part I pinch a lot, make tap complete. Once you make this one, this line goes to like a half circle to make half of flower shape. Okay, and then this part, I'm gonna push this part into the hole. And I fix the shape a little bit. I'll do same step for the other side. About 5 centimeter down and pinch, pinch, pinch. And I put this part into the hole and fix it. That's it. So I left the second corner out. It looks like center of flower. Okay. So I do it again. I might use another blue one. Okay, spread fabric inside up, diamond shape, and the box is on the center of fabric. And 2 corners near you and the far side, I gather them on top of the box. And then bring remaining corner front of me, but make it through behind of 2 top and then bring front of me here from this side and the front of me. So now I'm gonna make reef knot with the bottom 2. I leave this top 2 here and then make reef knot. Then pull fabric from corners bit by bit. So when I pull 2 corners, fabric around the box is going to tighter. Now that's a rabbit wrapping, same as this. So I open. Make sure you can put your finger into the hole. Then about 5 centimeter down from the corner, pinch fabric to make tags. And I push this part into the hole. Actually, I push quite a lot of fabric first because if we put a lot, we can take it out to fix the shape. But if we don't put enough, when we fix the shape, so the corner comes out, can't keep the shape. That's why I put a lot first, and with my finger into the hole, I fix the shape. Looks like half shape of flower. Okay, and again, here, about here, I pinch, 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 pinch. And this part I push into the hole. Okay. So that's the shape. Okay, so I show you with orange. actually grapefruit. Okay. You can do round one also easily like this. Bring here. Bring here. So I'm gonna make a leaf knot with the bottom two corners. Then again. So now I wanted to make a rabbit face like this, but this bandana is a little bit too big for my orange, and then the ear can stand, but sometimes ear can't stand, so it's very sad. So in this case, I can put another step to make rabbit looks cute. So what I do is I grab two corners together like this, then make a single knot with two together. Okay, so now, okay, so I made a face of rabbit. I hope people can see. Yeah, face that way. So if the fabric is a little bit bigger, so you can add one more step. And if it's not big enough to make face, you can leave like this. So depend on the fabric size. Instead of cutting fabric, we do like a putting one more step or like a minus steps like this. Okay. Is everyone okay for this wrapping technique? Okay. Then I'm gonna do another one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Next one is this. So I wrap book, but this time I try to have a bow here. You can wrap book with other the two wrapping style which we've done just right now. But if you want to have another wrapping style, we can do this. Okay. This one is a little bit complicated to explain the place we're gonna put the books, because this time we don't put a book in the center of fabric. Okay, so spread fabric inside of diamond shape is the same as before, but this time, okay, the book. So right top corner of the book, I'm gonna put on the point, which is the center point of right top line of the fabric. Okay, here goes center point of right top line. I hope people can see. And then angles here, this corner and the side corner, both are 45 degrees. Okay. From here, I'm gonna move this book toward to the center of bandana. Because I wanted to keep this much fabric for the last step of wrapping, okay? About 4 to 5 centimeter, this much, okay? Then I'm gonna flip the book toward me once. So this is a place I wanted to put my book. So now the whole corner of the book is inside of the fabric. And also if we divide fabric with diagonal line here, book supposed to be in a half bottom, like close to my side. Okay, I try to do it. So right top corner of the book is going on top of the point, center point of right top line of fabric. And corners have same angle, 45 degrees each. From here, I'm gonna move it toward the center of the bandana to keep about 5 centimeters of fabric here for the last step. Okay. Next, I flip the book toward me one. This is a place I wanted to put my book before I start wrapping. Again, now we're gonna wrap. I cover the book with the corner near me. Now again, if the corner is stick out, we tuck underneath the book. Next is left side. Left side we bring on top of the book. So this time, so here, the small fabric, so small part of fabric, we can pull a little bit up. Then when you bring left side, corner goes in like a first one we did. Get all the way fit. Then we flip the book to far side once. So I grab all together. And again, I pinch inside fabric a little bit and rotate. Okay. Now looks like we have a triangle shape here. And remember we kept at the beginning, the part of the fabric we kept at the beginning. We're gonna bring this part on the corner of the book here. From this, I'm gonna bring 2 corners on top of the book. Then I make reef knot. First one, when I tied fast, I make really tight. Because if I don't make tight, it's not stays in the center, but if I make it tighter and tighter, that knot goes to the corner here instead of staying here. So I can make it really tight. So from here, I do second tie to make a double knot, which is a reef knot. Yeah. And then make a bow bigger. That's it. Okay. If you think this bow is too big, I tuck this corner underneath the knot and the stick inside of the knot. And then you can make both sides half. Looks like a bow tie. Okay. Is everyone okay? Does anyone want to see it again? I think everyone's okay now. Yeah. Just in case I do quickly. Here. Here. And cover. Pull here and rotate. Bring the corner up, up. So this part, I make it tighter and tighter. Okay, and one more time. Okay, double knot, reef knot. That's it. Okay, so if you have a question, you can ask me later. So I'll go next one. Okay, next one. I wanted to show you how to wrap wine bottle. Okay, we can do several different ways of wrapping. So this is one style. The first one, I do different way. So wine bottle wrapping, if you have 70 centimeter square fabric, that's a really good size. But if you don't have 70 centimeter square, so you can still do with bandana. But maybe we skip the last step. Okay. This is my fabric, which is a 70 centimeter square. So I spread fabric inside of diamond shape is same. Also, you need an elastic band. I mean, if you have an elastic band, it make us to wrap this one easily. Okay. So now I put wine bottle on the center of fabric. Then using my side and the far side corner, I make reef knot on top of bottle. You don't need to make it really tight. It just sit enough on top of the bottom top. Then this is really slippery. So for support this to stay there, so I use elastic band here. Okay, so now it's stable. So we can do next step. So now with this remaining corner, we're gonna wrap this bottle. So make them cross behind of the bottle and then bring to front. Okay, okay. So I try to pull a little bit down instead of having it like this. So I hold these corners a little bit down and then make them cross here. And then bring to front. Once it coming to front, I make bottle lay down. So you don't need to worry about falling down. So make a reef knot here. So here, definitely reef knot because wine bottle is breakable. Okay. So now I have reef knot here. I try to have this reef knot quite low position of the bottle because bottle, the higher position is quite thin. So from one point it's going to thin. If you have the reef knot close to here, like higher, sometimes it's going loose, going up and loose. You don't want to have loose feeling. So avoiding that one, so I try to have this knot quite low. The part of white. Okay. So now I'm gonna take the elastic band off. So now we have a reef knot here. If you use a bandana size fabric, I think that's it because that reef knot is tiny, tiny. So that's the last final shape. But if you have 70 centimeter square or over the 70 centimeter square fabric, you can do this step as well. So I will untie the reef knot once. Keep one tie here and make it tight a little bit because it's loose. Then using these corners, I'm gonna make handle. So I twist each corner to opposite way, like this. Okay. Then make reef knot with corners. Once you twist fabric going to stiff. So it's good to be handle. And here definitely reef knot because it's handle. You want to have secure, not to hold. So make sure you're okay. Then you can carry it like this. Okay. I do it again. Spread the fabric inside of diamond shape. And the bottle is on the center of fabric. With corners, make a reef knot on top of the bottle. Oops, slippery. So that's really slippery. So that's why I use elastic band to keep this one on top of the bottle. Okay. So now I make remaining corners cross. I don't tie here. I just cross and bring them in front of me. So this time here, I just fix to fit the fabric around the box, around the bottle a little bit, and then it lay down and tie. Oops. Reef knot. 8. Okay, it's reef knot here now, lower, and take the elastic band off, untied once, and then pull a little bit to fit well, and twist these corners in opposite direction. And once you feel fabric is still stiff enough, make reef knot with these two. Okay, definitely reef knot. Okay, and then you can carry that way. Okay. So I use polyester fabric for this one because it's quite soft. But if you use thick fabric, it might be a bit hard to fit around the bottle. But if you try to keep doing again and again, you can get used to how to use fabric, and also the fabric is getting softer. So it's become more easier to wrap bottle with the fabric as well. And also for this wrapping, I don't recommend that you use scarf because I don't think scarf is heavier, strong enough to carry the wine bottle. This is empty, so that's light, but if it's full, the wine bottle has wine bottle has heavy weight. So I recommend to use strong fabric. This is a polyester, but it's quite strong because it's a furoshiki. Furoshiki is meant to be for carrying items, so that's why it's strong enough. But scarf is for neck. It's not for carrying items. That's why scarf. I don't trust scarf for that heavy weight. Okay. But second one, you can use scarf because this one is just really gift wrapping without handle, so you don't need to worry about strength because anyway you can't carry. Okay. So I do this one with scarf as well. I think this one is a bit hard to do with bandana. I think bandana is a little bit too small for doing this one. I think you need a 70 centimeter square one. Okay, the first step, I spread the fabric inside of diamond shape. And this time again, the wine bottle is in the center of the fabric. This time, I fold the corner in and then make this height almost same as wine bottle. So a little bit lower than wine bottle. And I'm using the part I folded. I make wide and long tags, like a pleat, like this. I try to make wide and longer. Then I use elastic band here to keep this one with bottle. Okay. So I try to have elastic band, and from elastic band to edge of the fabric is about 4 to 5 centimeter if it's possible. Okay. And I do the same step for the other side. I show you again. So with changing direction, fold and make a height almost same as bottleneck, and make wide and long tags. Okay. And then stick with elastic band. If you want to use another elastic band, you can use another elastic band. Okay. So from here, I'm going to do similar step as before. So these two corners, make them close and bring to front of me. But this time, I don't take the elastic band off. I want to keep this elastic band to hold this pleat. And I want to hide this one. That's why what I do is I put my hand underneath the fabric, just next to wine bottle, and move my hands following the wine bottle until the same as elastic band. At the same height with this, I grab both corners with each hand, and I use my body to hold, make them close here. Now I make the bottle lay down. So now I can see where is the elastic band. So on the elastic band, I make reef knot. Make the bow bigger, down, here. So now what I do is, pleats are laying down. I'm going to make it stand up to make it fluffy against each other. So that going to more fluffy. That's it. Okay. I'll try it again. I may show you with this, the black one. The spread inside of diamond shape, and then wine bottle is on the center, and I fold corner in to make this length same as bottle height, almost same, a little bit lower than bottle, and make top wider and longer. And I keep this one. Oops. Ish. Okay, and the same step for the other side. Fold in, then bring up, almost same height as bottleneck, and making pleats wide and longer. Okay, and then okay. Now, I will put my hand underneath the fabric next to bottle and then move up until the same height of the elastic band and grab each corners. Sorry, I just stand up to use my belly to keep the wine bottle stable and close. Once I close the corners, I make the bottle lay down to see where elastic band. And on the elastic band, I make 2 corners. I make reef knot with 2 corners. Okay, good. Now I make the pleats fluffy. Okay, that's it. Hope you can see. Is anyone all right? Does anyone have a question or problem? Should be okay?
Oh, Yoshie, are you able to show the reef knot that you saw at the beginning? Because we have a couple of people who joined late.
Okay.
The basics of the reef knot.
Yeah. So
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So reef knot is this is reef knot. So the balls are parallel as a body part. So this one is secure because they're pulling each other. Even if you have a heavy item, they're pulling each other and getting tighter and tighter. So making reef knot is always the right over left. Okay, and then make one tie, and the second one's left over right. So if you tie in this way, ball goes to parallel as a body part. Okay, again. Right over left. Okay, and they use the right one to tie. And now this is a left, left over right. It's okay. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to show you one more wine bottle wrapping. I think some of you might have only bandana size fabric. So this wrapping, what I've done just now is for more than 70 centimeter square. But the next one you can do with bandana. So I use my Furoshiki. This is almost same size as a bandana, but it has 2 colors because it's easy to explain what I do now. So this time, I spread the fabric inside of square shape. So this is my outside. So this is my inside up and a square shape. This time I'm gonna fold for edges. Okay, the far side edge, I'm gonna fold underneath twice, like this, to make like a thin belt. Can you see? I think this. So when you fold, you can make like a belt. Okay. I do same things for my side. I fold underneath twice to make a thin belt function. Yeah, and then fold like this. And this time, first I put wine bottle on the center, middle of fabric, but then I'm gonna push wine bottle a little bit too far from me because I wanna have this length longer, and the far side is a bit shorter. So once I move the wine bottle off center, so I use my side and bring up my side to hide part of wine bottle and cover one by one, following wine bottle shape. Then I bring far side to the center of bottle and then bring corners in front of me, then make reef knot. Okay. So that looks like a kimono dress. So back style is like this. So this is good with bandana size. I show it again. I do with bandana this time. So bandana spread inside out and square shape this time. And I fold edge down twice. And my side as well, fold down twice. Okay. Then I put wine bottle first on the center and push too far from me a little bit to make the length, my side and the far side different. My side is longer than far side. Okay. Then I'm gonna bring my side up to a higher part of bottle and then cover with fitting bottle shape. Next, I bring far side here and then bring corners in front of me to tie the reef knot. Done. Okay, and make bow bigger. Okay, and fix the shape a little bit. Yep, that's it. And here. So this is quite easy. So I don't put this one in the instruction paper, which you may receive from Annette later, but I put this instruction video on YouTube, so you can see YouTube later if you want. Okay. So everyone's okay with this wrapping? If you are okay, I want to show wrapping 2 wine bottles. 2 wine bottles. You can wrap 2 wine bottles with 70 centimeter, more than 70 centimeter square fabric. But I recommend more than 90 centimeter square fabric if you have, because then you can have more margin. This is just big enough for 2 wine bottles. Anyway, I show you first with 70 centimeter square. So I spread the fabric inside of diamond shape again. And 2 wine bottles is on the center of fabric next to each other. Then I make them lay down on a diagonal line of fabric. Okay. This time, the gap between the bottles, we don't need a big. We just need just 1 fist. Same as just 1 fist. Okay. So from here, I'm gonna cover bottles, the corner near me. Then rotate everything together until I get the other side of the corner between bottles. Okay, once you get the corner between bottles, I make bottles stand up together. Then make a reef knot with these ones. And if the inside up, you just twist to show the outside out. This is not paper. We can twist, we can pull, fabric strong, and reusable. That's good. So that's it. That's the way for wrapping 2 wine bottle. I show you this one again with bigger fabric, which is about 1 meter. This one is a Furoshiki in 1 meter square. So I spread inside up diamond shape, that's same. And on the center, 2 wine bottles, make them lay down. And I make gap just 1 fist. And then cover them. And rotate, rotate, rotate. Rotate until I get here. Okay, then make. So the reason I just have 1 fist size of gap is that's not a big enough for the 2 bottom of the bottle, but what they do is they just slide to get just enough size. So avoiding too much gap here, so I just had 1 fist gap at the beginning and then make bottle slides to fit. Because if you have a big gap here, it's going to banging. So I want to avoid that one. So I make reef knot here. Okay. So this is a with 1 meter square fabric. So this one, what you can do is, if you open here a little bit, you can carry this one on your shoulder. So it's really good for carrying 2 wine bottles as well. I think if you have fabric more than 90 centimeters square, you can do it this way. But 70 centimeters square, I don't think you have enough fabric to make gap here. Okay. And then when you carry 2 wine bottle, you need to think about material strength, because wine bottle, if it's 2, it's quite heavy. You can't use scarf for this one, definitely. So I think cotton might be strong enough if it's not too thin. Yeah. Okay. And you know here, so when you open the reef knot, I make this side straight from this way, so you can untie straight away. So if you go to like a outside barbecue, you can open like this on the in a glass. So once you take it out, wine bottle, you can have a seat on the glass to sit. So you don't get the mark on your back if you sit on here. And then if you go home, when you go home, you can check the empty wine bottle, and then you can fold fabric like this, so tiny, and then put in your bag. It doesn't bother you at all. Okay, so everyone's all right. Is any questions so far? Like, okay. So I think we've done quite quick. So now we have 25 minutes. So I want to show you how to make a bag from the square cross as well. Okay. So for like eco bag or green bag, shopping bag, I recommend that you use about 90 centimeter square or 1 meter square. So that's a good size for grocery shopping. So this is the size what I recommend. But now too easy to see the steps, I use a small brick, okay? Might use this one. I think it's all right. The color is all right to see. Yeah, okay. So this fabric, I fold in half, making triangle shape. But this time when I make triangle, so inside out. Okay. So now I fold in half with making triangle shape like this. Now we have 2 narrow corners. For each corner, I make single knot with a bit of a tail here and this side too. And make the issue. And try to make the same length tail. So if you have a same length tail here, you can have a good balance back. So now, after making 2 knots here, I flip out Furoshiki and showing outside out. Knots are going to inside. And I shake once. So you can have a nice deep curvy bottom here. The next step is, of course, reef knot here. That's it. And then you can put things here. Okay. I do with the large one. This is one made a square. So I fold in triangle shape going inside out. And then for narrow corners, I make single knot. So here, when you make single knot with 1 meter square, so try to have the tail about 20 centimeter. Okay, then you can have a nice deep bottom of the bag. So with that one, you don't need to worry about small things come out from the side. Okay. So now I have the same length of tail here. Then I flip out and put knots inside. And shake, shake, shake. And make reef knot. See, so it's quite big, and you can put quite a lot of things like this. So this is good for grocery shopping. So I want to show you if we had short tail here instead of 20 centimeters. This is about 10 or less than 10 centimeter length. What happened is the back, the bottom is, depth is just this, but it's going to wider. So you can put a lot of things, but here you can see that there is a big hole, so the small things come out here. For carrying like yoga mat, long one, so this might be good because had a quite long length here. You can put yoga mat to carry here. But for grocery shopping, we have a lot of small items. In this case, I recommend to have tails at least 20 centimeter. Then I think it's quite safe. Okay. Yeah. A little bit more longer. Yeah, that's I think enough. So I made longer. Then you can see this is quite deep. and then it's not wide. Okay. So depend on what you're gonna put in, so you can change the length of tail to make the shape of back. Okay. It's good time. We have still time. So what I show is this is good for eco bag or green bag, but not for handbag because anyone can see inside of your bag. So you don't want to show things inside of your handbag. In this case, what I can say is instead of making reef knot here, you can tie once like this. And then here, you can make tiny reef knot. So you can actually make handle, and then here it's closed, so people can't see what you have inside of your bag. Then when you take things out from the bag, you don't need untied here, because here you put your hand in the hole and then pull to the side. So handle part going to short, and then hole is getting bigger, and you can take it out. And after that, you put a handle again. So handle goes longer and the hole is getting close. So you can hide everything inside. So on the same way, but plus one step, you can change the shape of bag. Okay.
That was amazing, Yoshie. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to watch your new instructional video with the detail.
But that's good. Now I remember I was thinking about making that one, and then I had to do other things. But today, it reminded me of making that one. So I think tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I try to have a time to make it.
Okay, so if we haven't got any questions, I would like to thank Yoshie. I did mention at the beginning that Yoshie is in Japan now. And we very much thank you for being with us today. A big thank you to everyone for joining us today. And we're glad that you enjoy it and keep practicing.
Okay, thank you for everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Yoshie, again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.